Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to the introduction of my brand new podcast called Local Heroes. So, Local Heroes, what is it about? So I guess where I'll start with it all is give you a bit of an introduction of myself, so you know who I am, and then I'll give you a bit of a detail of what this podcast is about. So my name is Benny Mckay, and I'm a board manufacturer from the Sunshine Coast, Queensland, Australia. I make custom surfboards along with custom resin timber furniture. So I do a lot of resin tables, that sort of stuff, and custom surfboards is my specialty. I've got a little manufacturing facility back in the Sunshine Coast. I work from home, got a sweet little shed and a little acre. We built a little cabin out there, and we do a bit of board education. So yeah, I love people come and stand with us and learn to make their own surfboard. And we're continuing to develop that. My wife Lily is a tattooer, so she's been tattooing for quite a while. She's originally from Las Vegas, which is where we're at now. We do a lot of art focus, sort of functional design. We work together. We do a bit of clothing, that sort of thing. So we're sort of got our foot in a few doors, so to speak. So we live in Queensland, Australia, but we're currently over in Las Vegas with my wife's family, and for the next 12 months we're going to be traveling around Mexico and the US. So we're going to be making our way down to Mex to catch up with some of my wife's family down there, and on the road I'm going to be doing some podcasts, interviewing some interesting humans under the guise of Local Heroes. So yeah, hoping to meet some cool people around Mexico and around the United States, sit down and have a chat and be able to deliver some interesting stories to the listeners. So we'll also be traveling with our little 2-year-old boy. So that's going to be pretty interesting. He's just like any other 2-year-old kid. He's a bit of a crazy little boy. Loves showing his little tantrums and having a good time and playing. So yeah, we're going to be traveling around our little family. Hopefully, get a bit of time on the beach. Get a bit of time. I'd love to do some shaping over here. I got to get out to California and meet a few crew out there, and hopefully do a bit of manufacture and use my hands while I'm out here. But also just enjoy spending time with family and meeting some cool people, and enjoy being a stay-at-home dad, because my wife Lily's been doing a bit of tattoo work out here. So so looking after the little fella and meeting cool humans is my objective for the next 12 months. Local Heroes podcast. Who are we going to be interviewing? Well, I've done a few already, and it's going to be in that sort of realm of what our specialty is and also what our interests are. So, I mean, obviously, I want to be interviewing, and I've already sat down with a few surfboard builders. So very, very interested in having conversations with people that are involved in the surf industry, but probably more on the alternative grassroots level. So the people that are sort of adding to the culture and that sort of dynamic of surfing, that's adding to the creativity and the art aspect of surfing. Also having a chat with local manufacturers, people that are making cool stuff. Craft breweries are something that I'm very interested in. So looking forward to taste testing and sampling some local brews, and also having a chat with some of the people that are manufacturing some nice local brews. Musicians, tattooers. There's pretty much, I've got no restrictions on who we're going to be chatting with and sitting down with. I think we're just going to be looking to have a chat with cool humans that I guess are pursuing maybe an alternative or something a bit different lifestyle that's creative. They're having fun and they're enjoying what they're doing. So yeah, we're going to be traveling for the next 12 months. We're going to be interviewing interesting humans. I'm going to be traveling with our little guy, and yeah, looking to hook up with a variety of guests. So that's essentially the crux of it. If you or anyone you know may have an interesting story, please feel free to get in touch. Send us a message via our social media, and yeah, we'd love to sit down and have a chat with you if you've got something, an interesting story, or you're doing something a little bit unusual or unique. We'd love to sit down and have a chat with you. So yeah, we'll be keeping everyone updated with where we're traveling and where we're headed to. We're just in Las Vegas at the moment. My wife Lily's doing a bit of tattoo work down here, and then we're going to head down to central Mexico and hopefully catch up with some interesting humans on the way. So yeah, so that's pretty much the introduction of Local Heroes. I hope you enjoy the podcast. I did a few podcasts before we left Australia, so we've been over here for a few weeks now, so just been getting sort of settled in and getting used to the different time zone. So yeah, I've got a few podcasts that I did with some interesting humans over in Australia, which was awesome, and I'll be dropping them over the next few weeks. So without further ado, we'll jump straight into our first one that I did over in Oz with Steve Han, an alternative board builder. Yeah, hope you guys like it, and yeah, stay tuned. Yeah, if you like the podcast, subscribe. Obviously, this is a pretty grassroots type setup, so yeah, please feel free to share with your friends, and yeah, we'll see how we go. We'll see where we end up with all this, but yeah, it should be a fun little adventure that we're endeavoring upon. All right, guys, we'll talk soon.